What do we have here? The balance on this, so much better. It's hard work on your wrist. Well, it's raining and I'm in my splitter shelter. Hopefully the rain won't interfere with the sound too much. Anyway, I've just had a couple of boxes delivered. So I'm going to be unboxing the things that are in the box. The order's got multiple things in it, so I don't know which is which, but you can probably guess from this box what's likely to be in it. This would be the main thing, and then there's a few extra things. So I don't think that box is going to be anything important, but I've got it here anyway, just in case there's some part of the order that's in that box. I don't know why they delivered it in two boxes, but yeah, there's the clue. Husqvarna, and what could that be? Right, got my knife. Let's get this opened up. It's a new toy, so always exciting. Yeah, the got light rain forecast for the whole day. At the moment I don't think it's going to be interfering with anything, but it's if it gets heavier might be a problem because it makes a real noise on this. Right. What do we have here? Ooh, small. What's that? Okay. I think that's a chain in there. Give you another clue. That's a bar. Okay, so these are the extra bits I think they put in. So this is a file sharpening, not file sharpening, a chain sharpening kit with some files in it and a guide, manual, more chains. These are that's a chain for my my 572, and that's a spare chain for this. You probably totally guessed what it is. Ooh, it's like a little toy saw. Look at that. It's a Husqvarna T525 top handled chainsaw. Tiny. Wow. So roll that there. So I'm guessing what's in here is just one last part of the order. Won't be anything exciting, I don't think. This is everything here. Oh yeah, just some bar oil. Put that out of the way over here. So I've got the T525. That's a bar. It's a 10-inch. I think it's 10 inches. Yes, 10 inches. God, it's also tiny. It's like a little toy saw. That is the smallest bar I've ever seen. I've got a small electric chainsaw as well, and that's about twice the size of the bar on it. So yeah, what I need to do is get this set up. So there's a good look at it. And that camera as well. I'm going to get this all set up, and then we'll have a quick go on it. Okay, got the bar and the chain on. That's pretty straightforward. There's only one nut there, so that keeps it kind of simple, I guess. So I need to obviously fuel and oil it. Fuel and oil go there, and then we'll go and give it a try. But the rain's picked up a bit, so might be a bit I might get a bit wet doing this, but so why have I got this? Well, the main reason is I do sometimes occasionally do work up a tree, and I've used my Dewalt electric saw for that kind of pruning and so on. Also, this is to do small diameter sort of firewoody stuff. Because of the thinning work we do in our woods, we get quite a lot of relatively small diameter wood, so you know, kind of up to about 4 inches ish. We get quite a lot of it, and it's quite a lot of work really, kind of doing that with a bigger saw. And I've got a method which I've been using for small diameter stuff with my electric saw, so I'm just kind of going to do the same thing, but with this it's going to have a bit more speed, a bit more power, I'm hoping anyway. So yeah, it'll speed up the process, make it a bit easier. And crucially, this is designed to be held with one hand. That's really nicely balanced. My electric saw is technically a two-handed saw, and the only reason you can operate it with one hand is just because it's so light. But it's actually, I should have brought it over actually. Yeah, my electric saw is kind of, you can hold it with one hand because it's very light, but it's not designed to be held with one hand, so it's not particularly well balanced. It's kind of awkward to hold. It's a bit sort of front heavy. So really it's not the best thing for using with one hand, even though you can. And this is obviously designed to be used with one hand. And these will be super useful, these lanyard points at the back, for the obvious, for their obvious purpose, for tree climbing, so you can hang them off your belt or whatever, you know, have a lanyard attached to them so you don't drop the saw. Right, I'm going to go and get the fuel and oil, and then we'll start it up for the first time, I guess, and then give it a try in some actual wood. Right, got my fuel and oil. Both the caps are in right next to each other, so I'm going to have to be really careful to make sure I get them the right way round. So fuel is there, and that's oil. Okay, going to start it for the first time. Set the choke on it. I'm going to put my chainsaw trousers on now, and we're going to cut some sticks with it. So here we go, this is the sort of size I want to be cutting. That's probably on the upper size, to be honest. There's about, yeah, that's a good 4 inches, I'd say. So probably no bigger than 4 inches generally for the firewood stuff. So anyway, let's get it started again and do a bit of cutting with it. Right. That was surprisingly awesome, I'd have to say. It's so light you hardly notice you're holding it really. But the main reason I got it was with this small stuff, you can hold the piece you're cutting with your hand. You haven't got to try and hold it with your foot. So it was just so nice to do that, and then you can pick up the piece you've just cut, and throw it straight into the back of a truck or whatever. It's very, very light and easy to use. Obviously that's its purpose, so I think it will be great for this smaller diameter stuff. Obviously on this log here, this kind of stuff, I mean that's obviously what I'm going to be doing with my largest saw, but when you're dealing with this kind of stuff, just kind of chasing it around, trying to hold it still, because it's so light as well, relative to something of this size. So don't know, it seems like more work than it's worth, kind of chasing these bits around, trying to hold them. And I really like the idea of being able to hold the piece I'm cutting, make the cut, get rid of that, which is how I do it with my electric saw. That's exactly how I cut this small stuff with my electric saw. So yeah, that was awesome first test. I'm going to go and find some other stuff to do with it now, do a little bit more cutting. Got a bit of a mixture of elm and oak here, mostly small diameter stuff again. So that's probably about 4 inches, 4.5 inches probably. I thought I'd grab my little Dewalt electric saw just to show you the sort of what I have been using for this smaller diameter stuff. And the Husky's quite a bit smaller, you can see that. So it's literally just very lightweight, this, so you can operate it like a one-handed saw, top-handed saw should I say, but it's very front heavy because you're supposed to be holding it there, so it's not ideal. It's hard work on the wrist, whereas the balance on this, so much better. Right, let's cut these up. That was good, awesome first test. So you can see the size of some of this stuff. I mean, that's like 1.5 inches. It's a piece of oak. Probably wouldn't even bother with something like that with a larger saw, just wouldn't be worth it. It's really easy to do with that little saw. So yeah, we've got some oak. That's a bit of blackthorn, which is really burns really hot. Again, you probably wouldn't bother trying to cut that with a big saw. That's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches maybe. So that's the kind of size often I'm talking about, and I think it's worth cutting if it's good wood, like if it's blackthorn or oak. And then I think we had some large pieces. I probably wouldn't have attempted to cut that with the electric saw. That's a piece of elm. It just wouldn't have got through that particular. Well, it would have done, but it would have taken ages. So I can go up to a slightly bigger size as well. And the way I tend to work is I'd have all the wood, all these poles or whatever they are, kind of either stacked up on the top of a pile usually, or in the back of the truck. So I'm working at a standing height, holding the piece I'm going to cut with one hand, saw with the other, and then I'll chuck the piece I've just cut into a wheelbarrow or something like that. So yeah, that was really easy going. Like I say, wouldn't be bothering with stuff that small. I mean, that is worth burning because it's a piece of oak, but wouldn't be worth cutting that with a big saw. Yeah, and also, like I've said, I'll go up to a bigger size. What's that piece there? Yeah, there's one down there. Yeah, some really nice elm in here, and I'd probably split that. So that's the kind of upper size of wood that I could cut with that saw, but would need splitting. Obviously, we're not going to bother splitting something like that. It's kind of how I generally view it. I'd say it's kind of anything that doesn't need splitting is technically small, so that I wouldn't bother splitting that, but I would split that. Probably would split that because it's elm as well. Anyway, everything's a bit wet now, but first test, success. Really happy with that. I kind of knew it would work because I had the electric saws. I've done this job plenty of times to know what I needed. So yeah, it's worked out well. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.